Welcome to this month's edition of the Villages Vmail.
Today, Ryan and I are really excited to be rehearsing with the Villages Theater Company for their series of short plays here at the Mulberry Recreation Center. Ryan, how do you think we're doing so far?
Well, I don't know if you've been watching my Vmails, but I think my career is peaking right now.
Let's say you're making some progress.
Well, I'm going to take some of my talents to some other theater groups here in the Villages.
Okay, I'll look forward to seeing that. Whether you want to take in a show or fulfill your lifelong goal of being in the spotlight, the Villages offers something for everyone. Our resident performance groups give villagers the chance to see their friends and neighbors on stage or be in the spotlight themselves. No matter which group you choose to see or join, the Villages Theater Company, Casey Productions, or one of our many other incredibly talented groups, you won't want to miss the opportunity to see everything they have to offer. There are so many talented groups and clubs, it's hard to really choose just one.
Well, it's probably why so many villagers are members of multiple groups here in the Villages.
If stage performance isn't for you, how about musical entertainment? There are some really talented groups. Have you ever heard the Villages Swing Band?
I have not seen them, but I heard of them, and I hear they get you on the dance floor.
I like that.
How long have I been part of the Villages Swing Band? I would guess going on close to 5 years now. And I started off as their MC, their announcer. And one day I asked Jean, I'd like to try to sing. And she said, yeah. So I sang my first thing at a gig we had, and I've been with them ever since.
Well, when I got to the Villages, every once in a while they'd need somebody to fill in, so I would fill in whatever sax they needed, and certainly it just grew out of that till I was a member. Oh, I just like the atmosphere, the big band music. I like the arrangements and the way it sounds. I started sax when I was about 12.
When I was about 13, which is 70 years ago, I heard a group on radio called the Four Freshmen. I went out and bought an album, brought it home, invited all the guys in my Patterson gang over to hear it. They all flipped out, and I took two other guys and we started a singing group at that age. And I have been singing with groups and bands ever since.
I know the passion for performing kind of runs in the family, but I'm beginning to think that particular talent may have skipped a generation.
Well, speaking of that, why don't we check in with Whitney and see what villagers have to expect from the new season at the Studio Theater.
So our theme for season 3 at the studio is individuality, take the leap and celebrate the difference. Overall, I think this season is a little bit lighter than our previous seasons, although Stop Kiss is probably more challenging than some of the other shows that we've had. We all know we're not scared of heavy themes at the studio. We like to tell the stories that are going to make you think, and usually in order to think you have to feel some feelings. It's so inspiring to see a play like Red inspire people to say things like, oh, it's the best show I've ever seen, or the acting was brilliant, or anything like that. It fills me up, fills my cup. That's what we do it for, really, is so that the audience leave having something to talk about. And to me, that's success. To me, that's having a successful theater, is if your audiences hang out in the parking lot and want to talk to each other about the show afterward. And that seems to be the culture that we're creating at the studio, and I'm really proud of that.
And the Studio Theater is just one of the ways that you can take in a show here in the Villages. Savannah Center is showcasing talented acts like Little Anthony and the Imperials, Arrival from Sweden, the music of ABBA, and Menopause the Musical. And over at the Sharon, we're hosting big-name shows and performers like Chicago, Howie Mandel, The Nutcracker, and Spamalot. You can find world-class entertainment right here in your own backyard. And on the development front, construction is underway at the Brownwood Hotel and Spa.
That's right. Let's take a sneak peek at what guests can expect in these beautiful accommodations by checking in with my sister Tracy and learn what her design inspiration was for the Brownwood Hotel. Well, Tracy, I know there's an awful lot that goes into building a hotel, or so I'm seeing.
Yes.
Tell me, where are we today and why does this exist?
Well, today we are standing on the second floor of the design division's former warehouse. We've moved down the street a little bit, but not far. Fortunately for us, this was still open, and we were able to build 2 mock-up rooms from the hotel.
So what room are we in right now?
We are in the double queen room. We also built a king-size room. That one has some furniture in it already.
Ooh, so we're going to get a sneak peek at what you're considering?
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Okay. So what does the shell of the room afford you to do in advance of the hotel opening?
Well, it gives us the opportunity to bid out the furniture packages, and it allows the manufacturers of the people bidding to build the furniture, and it allows us to place it in the room to make sure it's properly scaled and that it's properly made. It allows us to move light fixtures, outlets, all sorts of really little nuances in one room, which become huge problems in 151 rooms.
So we get to fine-tune the little things and
Right.
make sure it's a great experience. Okay,
Yes.
I'm excited to see the next room. Now we're getting a sneak peek at the king room that has some furnishings in it. Tell me, what are some of the things you've discovered so far?
Well, we've discovered a few great things. This light fixture, for instance, if you notice, it hangs pretty far off of the table. So the manufacturer of this light fixture is going to cut about 4 inches off this, which will slide all that back, and it'll hang properly centered over the table.
Brilliant, brilliant. And the furnishings, they're really unique. These are custom made?
They are custom made. We get drawings from the manufacturers and to give us a sneak peek in black and white what they look like, and then they manufacture one piece of each for us so we can check the quality of the product, make sure we like the tones of the metal and the tones of the wood, make sure everything flows together.
Are there any enhancements that you think you'll be making?
The one major thing that we noticed was the size of and scale of this chair. It's a little oversized, so we're gonna make it about 4 inches smaller. I've had many people sit in it and they say it's plenty roomy and the 4 inches really won't make a difference, but it will in the room.
And I can't help but peek what's leaning up against that chair.
Yes.
What might that be?
Well, this started the room. This was the inspiration for the finishes in here. This is the wall covering that's going to be on the accent wall behind the bed.
Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh.
Yeah, we fell in love with it and ran with that from there. You can see
Ties
the
really
right.
well with your drapery and so forth. I can't help but notice those are some really neat nightstands.
Yes, they are. They're leather with a really special little panel on the side for outlets.
Oh, that's convenient. Always trying to charge your phone when
Right.
you're at a hotel and so forth. I
Yep.
love it.
Thanks for joining us on this month's edition of the Villages Vmail. We'll see you around town.
Loving the lifestyle.